Hi Taurus, I'm Corinne from Sacred Star Tarot. This is your timeless reading to get the message that you are meant to hear right now. We're going to begin with channeled messages, then have a look at your oracle cards, and then dive deep in the tarot. So to begin your reading, we're going to call in spirit, calling in your higher self, guides, angels, to preside over this reading for Taurus, to bring them everything they need to know and the messages that need to reach them right now. Okay, so Taurus, I'm just going to tune into your energy. Yeah, okay. So Taurus, now's the time to find emotional balance. We have the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is also, the ability to stay calm within the storm. And, it takes a lot of effort to stay calm within the storm, Taurus. If we look at the world, if we look at, whether it's in your personal life, in your, environment, your home, or, in the wider world, there is a lot of, there can be a lot of chaos around. And the guidance from Spirit is never lose your peace, Taurus. If you have to meditate or withdraw, or however you do it, to maintain your peace of mind, staying calm in the storm is going to be so important, because staying calm actually gives you the outcome that you want. If we get involved in the storm and we take sides, we get angry, we get involved, then that is the energy that's going to come back to us. And we can see in this picture the Temperance. The water is around the bottom of here, and they've got 1 foot in the water, the toe in the water, but they're not in the water, they're not in the storm. And that's the guidance to maintain your peace, your health, your happiness, to stay aligned, stay clear, and be the calm in the storm. Then you have the Fool card. Now the Fool is very much about every day waking up with a positive new attitude. The Fool is the 0 card, and what I'm getting from this is that we can wake up in the morning every day with the baggage of the past and thinking about the things that have happened, could happen in the future, or the stresses from yesterday, or we can reset. And this is the guidance to reset each morning. Start the day anew. Wake up in the morning with the idea that this is a new day, completely fresh and new, clearing the energy from the past is going to be very important. So with those 2 cards, it's really the guidance on how to maintain your peace and how to enjoy each day with a fresh new start. You have the Oracle card, take a break. So Taurus, if you're working too hard, which many Taurus do, you're the workhorse of the zodiac. Now's the time to take a break. A life's work, not a season, is the message. Sometimes we feel we're on this treadmill of doing more constantly, and it's like our nervous system gets wired into it. I get the feeling of this is like the inability to stand still. I can see this little person by the lake, and that's really calling me. It's like resetting, Taurus, resetting your nervous system. And that could come through taking a break to get off this treadmill that you're on, if you're on one, where it's constantly on the go, constantly on the move. Life is a marathon, or it's a life's work, not a season. There's no rush. We have times where there's, deadlines for things, but I think this is just a general overall energy. So take a break, Taurus. You've got the permission of Spirit. And then you have Dance with Life. And The thing with dancing and the beauty that I get from dancing is we don't do it to achieve anything. We do it for the exhilaration of it, the fun of it, the feeling of it. And Spirit wants you to look at life that way. It's not about doing more. It's about the feeling in which you do it. Are you doing things because it feels great and you're enjoying being in the present moment and the bringing love into it, bringing feeling into what you're doing, or are you just on the treadmill? Because each one will give you a different experience. Now, the experience, if you do it with love and feeling, is going to be much, much more enjoyable. So getting off the treadmill and dancing with life. The other message I'm getting from dancing with life is to work in partnership with the universe. We're not here alone in this journey of life. We have support, and we can go with the flow of the universe, or we can think we have to do it all on our own and we go against it. It's like, the days where you're in the flow and dancing with life are the days where you meet the right person at the right time, synchronicities happen, everyone is nice to you. If we wake up in the morning with the baggage from the past, we can be out of sync, and that's where things don't work out and people don't turn up and people are, your cashier is rude to you, we're out of sync. And it all is dependent on your frequency. So Spirit's really saying that your frequency is your greatest tool and gift. And how you stay in that high frequency and dance with life is to reset each morning, be temperance, be the calm in the storm, and all good things will come. Lovely. Okay, now let's dive deeper and get some more tarot messages for you. Taurus? Okay. Can we please have some messages for the wonderful Taurus, beautiful Taurus? Okay. So I hope you're really well, Taurus. Of course, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But if you need a break, Taurus, you have permission. Okay, there we go. Okay, you have the Devil, Six of Cups, Six of Wands, Queen of Coins, King of Swords. All right, okay. So the first message, Taurus, is to watch your Devil energy. This is the part of us that comes up from the shadows. It's our shadow self. The thoughts, the beliefs that make us feel fearful, controlled, scared, the lies that we believe of the mind. And what I'm getting from that is, this would be the time to be really conscious of where this is coming up in your life. Is it coming up in your relationships and causing conflict? Is it coming up in your work and stopping you from reaching your goals? Because we have the Devil on our shoulder, but we also have the Angel of Truth. The Devil is the lie, the Angel is the truth. The Angel is the part of you that says that, has the forgiveness, has the compassion, helps you to feel safe, tells you that you are amazing and you can create and do anything that you want. The angel that says, you've done enough, take a break. It's the Devil that drives us, that says you're not good enough. I'm gonna make you feel guilty if you rest, and you're unworthy, you're not good enough, you can't make it, you can't do it. And this is the time, we're moving into the new earth. The new earth is this doesn't exist. I'm not saying we're close. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're all working through this energy because it's not the truth. It's kept us feeling small, fearful, angry, upset, small, controlled, addicted, all of that. And it's through the lies that it makes us believe. And the new earth is removing this. It's like, but it's a daily practice. I wish we could just, hear that voice and say, that's not true. And, we never get, it never comes up again. But this is a daily choice. But when we see it, when we hear that voice in our head and we refuse it, we see it and we realize that is not who we are and it's not the truth, then we overcome this. And that's great because this causes pain and suffering. The angel causes prosperity, joy, happiness, vitality. This drains your energy. The angel recharges you, gives you back your power. So Taurus, now's the time to really listen to your thoughts and see where this is coming in and realize this can never control you. You have far more power. Then you have the Six of Cups. And what I'm really seeing is this blackbird in the background. And that's your higher self. Your higher self is looking upon your life. Now, it's normally the card of nostalgia, but I'm actually getting a different message for you, Taurus. Your higher self is looking at you, your life and your relationships and seeing how well you've done. I can see because it's a card of nostalgia, you've probably been through a lot in your life and maybe you had a very hard childhood and you've overcome so much. And why this is coming up is what I'm getting is that you may be very, very hard and critical on yourself, Taurus. And Spirit wants you to realize that from where you've come from to where you are now is miraculous. And it takes courage. It takes self-awareness. And you may not feel perfect. None of us are. But it's like Spirit has seen your progress and how far you've come from your beginnings. And, it's really wanting to acknowledge that. Because I think your self-worth and confidence, this is telling me that you're probably too hard on yourself because Spirit wants you to feel more confident in who you are, to really appreciate yourself, Taurus. Because when you appreciate yourself, your relationships become better and more harmonious. There's less conflict. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, with the King of Swords. And what I'm getting from that, Taurus, is it's definitely time to restore your peace and harmony in your relationships. But it's also what I'm getting is rising from the ashes. So if you've been through conflict, now is where things, you start to come out of the ashes of that, which is really good, and get some more peace back in life, which is lovely. And then bottom of the deck here, Page of Cups. Exactly, getting your peace back. So can we have some more understanding for Taurus, please? Queen of Swords. You have Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. Okay. So this is telling me, Taurus, now is the time, bottom of the deck, the Hangman. Sometimes what I'm getting from this is that Spirit wants you to take charge more. The Emperor is about taking charge more of your life. So sitting in the driver's seat of what direction you want to go, what you want to experience, what you want to do next. We can sit in the driver's seat and let things just happen, or we can take charge and realize, okay, well, this is what I want. I'm clear on my goal and I'm going to go for it. And, it's time to you might need, with the Hangman, just to pause and to work out what you really want. What's the next step for Taurus? With the Hangman, taking charge. What else does Taurus need to know, please? Taking back your power, Taurus. But I think it's more about getting really clear on what you want. Yeah. I think you've probably gone through a Tower moment recently, and that's probably where the reset is happening with the Tower moment. So the Tower moment's a breakthrough. It's a breakdown, but it's a breakthrough. So you're probably finding your feet again, but it's about, looking at that devil energy, not letting it control you. Appreciating how far you've come. And now the stage of like you've risen from the ashes, taking charge of the direction that you want to go. Lovely. Okay. Now let's see what needs to be surrendered. Could we please have a message for Taurus of what needs to be surrendered? Have surrender frustration. So Taurus, if you're feeling frustrated, and that's very much to do with the getting the Temperance card, getting into your state of peace, Taurus. Frustration doesn't open doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. Exactly. So frustration, it just causes more conflict, it distorts things. And what I'm getting for some of you is it could be bottling up. And that's where, the Emperor's coming in. It's like, if your feelings are getting bottled up, if you're not happy about something, work out what needs to change. Communicate with the Swords. Communication is the key, so that the frustration doesn't build up and you get your needs met. But you're rising out of the ashes and overcoming, the limitations of the mind. Start dancing with life, being the calm in the storm. So that is your reading and the message that was meant to reach you right now, Taurus. I hope that helps with your current situation. It looks really positive. Find your peace within the storm and take control. See what direction you want your life to go. I'm sending you all of my love, light and blessings. Subscribe to never miss a reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.